Hey lovelies! Hi everyone. I apologize for the length of this chapter. It's rather long. I hope that's alright. Anyways, nothing too much to report on again. Pasha, you got anything exciting? You're kind of putting me on the spot here. Didn't you reach 100,000 views? Oh yes, thanks for reminding me. Thank you all for 100,000 views. That's honestly mind-blowing. Like 100,000, that's kinda hard to wrap my head around. I believe you were also going to mention something about our last training session. You're very welcome and congratulations. Was I going to mention something? Can't remember. Help me out here. Before 8 a.m. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. You would let me put this in last week. You guys don't even know how much Jeff cared about all of you and this story. Just last week we were up past 3:40 working on Chef City because he didn't want to keep you waiting any longer. I was to get up at 7 next day. I cried the entire morning. I don't think he's exaggerating either. I'm not. It was a rough day. Seriously though, everyone. He does put a lot of work in these stories. Do me a favor and either write a review or message him saying how much you enjoy reading this work. It would be greatly appreciated. I promise he didn't tell me to say any of this. Aw, you're such a sweetie. Emoji blowing kiss. Just your imagination. You know which one it is. Thanks for reading. Hope you enjoyed the chapter as much as I did. Chapter 18. Nick Puff. I flopped on the couch, legs hanging over the arm of the sofa, and plates and cups surrounding me. I felt like I hadn't moved in days, probably because I really hadn't. I was still on leave from my injuries, so I had little motivation to do anything except to binge watch Breaking Bad for the millionth time. I huffed, feeling the need to relieve myself. I only got out for two things over the past few days: food and bathroom breaks. I swung my legs off the arm of the couch and moved into a sitting position. I was faced with what seemed like a mountain of dirty plates, and I contemplated whether or not I should actually do something with my life and clean them. Nah, I thought. Not worth it. I stood up and began walking slowly over to my dinky bathroom. I rubbed my neck, sore from staying in the same position for too long. I could say that about pretty much every one of my body parts. Even the paw I didn't have felt sore. As I was walking, I felt my phone vibrating in my pocket. I whipped it out and answered without even looking at who was calling. Wild here, what you need? I need you at the station, immediately. There's a fox here asking for you by name. We think it's the one you enjoyed your part a few months ago. She buggled gruff voice from my ears. I stamped my lazy state, freaking about my blood situation. I'm on the way, Chief. I walked as quickly as I could to my dresser and pulled out my uniform, frantically putting it on as I did. Anger started flowing through me, accompanied by pain. Pain that I wanted Dylan to feel. Pain that I needed Dylan to feel. Pinning my badge on my shirt, I exited my apartment, ready to face the fox that had caused Judy so much pain. Judy Puff. I slumped over my desk, absolutely beat from going through what seemed like mounds of paperwork. It was only Tuesday. Great. I checked the time on my phone, eager for lunch to roll around. Nick had agreed to finally meet me at my favorite coffee shop. For the last few days, he seemed rooted to his couch. He refused to get up for pretty much anything, but he had gone through a lot recently, so I gave him a pass. However, I only let that pass extend for a few days. You had to get up at some point, Nikki. Just as I was putting away, my phone started ringing. I looked at the screen and saw it was Nick. I took a deep breath and answered, holding the phone up to my ear. Hey, Nikki. I tried to sound perky and full of energy. Hey, Fluffface. Listen, I know we agreed to meet up for lunch, but something's come up. Something urgent. You probably already know what it is. I shook my head, not understanding. No? Should I? Has Chibogo not told you? His voice was high-pitched. I said I haven't got when he was worried or concerned. No? Nick, just tell me what's going on. Well, I could hear the hesitation in his voice. They think they've got Dylan. Bogo just called me to tell me. Said he was asking for me by name. I just assumed that he told you. My heart skipped a beat. Dylan was here? In this building? The very thought of it sent a shiver down my spine. It was almost like I could feel his paws on me again, touching me. Whiskers, you still there? I stepped out of thought, forgetting I was still on the phone with Nick. Yeah, I replied meekly. My pulse was starting to shake uncontrollably. Are you on your way here? Yep, I left about 5 minutes ago. Are you okay? I could hear the concern in his voice. No, I answered honestly. Hold on, carrot cake, I'm on the way. The call disconnected. I set my phone and set down my desk, my paws still shaking. I rubbed them nervously together. spreading the sweat that had begun to form on my palms. I hadn't thought about Dylan for a while now, but knowing he was more than merely extremely close to me made me feel sick. I glanced at the clock on the wall, wishing Nick was here already. I needed to see him, to be in his arms, to hear him tell me everything he was okay. I sat at my desk and watched as minutes ticked by. My foot was stubbing against the floor nervously, my paws still quivering. I tried to push the painful memories of Dylan out of my mind, but I couldn't. They seemed engraved in my brain. I felt as helpless now as I did then. I heard the door and my eyes open and there was Nick. He looked like hell, and I could tell by the odor filling the room he hadn't showered in days. I didn't care. I ran straight into his arms, knocking the wind out of him. "Hey, Judes," he said softly, encasing my small frame in his arms. I tried to stop my trembling, but I couldn't. I burned my face in his chest, as quiet tears started staining the front of his uniform. "Nick, I stuttered. "Shh, you don't have to say anything, Judy." His embrace became tighter. His paws started stroking my ears, trying to calm me down. I felt a shudder of relief go through my body. Everything was going to be okay. I was with Nick. I was in his arms. Everything was going to be okay. I let a deep sigh. I could already feel my trembling become less violent. "Ash, I'd love to stay. Buckle wants me to talk to him." I was saying with Nick refrained from mentioning his name. I couldn't stand the thought of Nick being in the same room as him, but I knew it had to happen. I reluctantly pulled away, wiping the tears from my eyes. I felt his paw against my cheek, his thumb rubbing my fur. "I gotta go, okay?" I nodded somberly. He bent down, placing a kiss on the tips of both my ears, then my forehead, my nose, then finally my lips. The next thing I knew, he was gone, and I was left alone again. Nick puffed. I exited the office, not wanting to leave Judy. I wiped my eyes, trying to prepare myself to face the fox that had caused Judy so much harm. It tore me up to see Judy like that, shaking like a leaf. Who was going to pay for that? I navigated the halls of the CBD, and ended up facing the door that Boko had told me to meet him in. I took a deep breath, composing myself, and entered the room. Bogle was in a chair, studying a pane of glass. Hearing the door open, he swiveled his head to greet me. "Wild, good to see you. How are you holding up?" "Fine, Chief. Getting better." He nodded and gestured towards the glass pane. "Is this the fox you reported?" "Dylan, I believe his name is." I winced at his name. I turned my head to see what Bogle was gesturing at. It was a small room, with a metal table and 2 chairs. Sitting on one of the chairs was a certain blonde fox, who happened to be handcuffed. He looked relaxed, a little too comfortable given his current situation. My eyes narrowed once I saw him. I felt my natural predatory instinct starting to kick in. He hurt my mate. I needed to hurt him. I tried to shake the thoughts from my head, but it stayed, nagging me. No, I thought. I need to control myself. I can't jeopardize my job. Yeah, that's Dylan, all right. What can you tell us about him? Not much. Name's Dylan Knapp. Knew him as a kid. Got into some trouble together as youngsters. After my parents died, I was put in an orphanage. I didn't see him again until he showed up at my apartment a few months ago. Well, that's something we can work with. When you're really wild. He gestured towards the door that led to the room Dylan was in. I gulped, unsure of what to say. As I walked towards the door, I noticed the keyring set on the desk next to Bogo. I snatched it off the desk quickly. I might need this in case things get a little hairy. I grasped the door handle. I took one final breath before I entered the room. I pushed on the door, swinging it open. Nick, just the fox I wanted to see. How you doing, buddy? By the looks of your arm there, it doesn't look too good. I stared the fox in the eyes. It took all my willpower not to punch him in the face. He grasped my left arm, now Paul his arm. Bigger than you, Dylan, I said gruffly as I sat across from him. He laughed. Oh, Nicky, don't try to act tough. We both know you're a softie, even if you go around wearing a uniform and badge. My eye twitched at the name Nicky. Once my childhood nickname, but it was now solely for Judy. Listen, Nicky, I wanted to chat. You see, I think there's been some conflicting stories and some misunderstandings. I just want to tell my side of the story, he said innocently. I think we both know what happened, Nap, so don't skip the chit-chat. I snapped at him. Whoa-ho, Nicky, we're friends. Call me Dylan. He held up his handcuffed hands, as if in defense. We're not friends. Come on, Nicky, at least let me say my piece. That's all I want. You can leave after that. He pressed with a sly smile. You have a minute, Nap. Start talking. The faster I could get out of this, the better. I could already feel my anger starting to boil over, and I wasn't sure how much longer I could contain it. I believe your rabbit told you I forced myself on her, yes? Now come on, Nikki, does that sound like me? I wouldn't do that to your girl. No, I'll tell you what really happened. We got back from sightseeing to your apartment, and we had a few drinks. We were both wasted. Like our minds wasted. Not thinking clearly wasted. Next thing I knew, she was on my lap, flirting with me. And one thing led to another, and I saw my paw on the table. Stop getting his speech. You're so full of shit, Nap. I snarled, baring my teeth. Nikki, I swear, we didn't know what we were doing. I left because I felt bad. I mean, after what we did, I stood and turned my back away, unable to bear what he was saying. Of course he was lying, trying to worm his way out of it. I trusted Joey too much, and I knew she wasn't a drinker. She was smarter than that. I turned back to face him. Then what did the neighbors report screaming and yelling? Where did the liquor come from? I sure as hell don't keep any around. We also checked Joey's blood alcohol level the day after. We found no trace of any kind of alcohol. I advanced towards him with every sentence. Watching his face became more worried and frustrated. I had caught him in a trap. Fine. So maybe I did force a bit, but it's not as bad as she's making it out to be, I swear. My smile grew. That was all we needed. Thanks for the confession, Dylan. He looked at me bewildered. What, did you not think we'd be recording you? I pointed towards the microphones around the room, catching each and every word he said. I turned my back to him, placing my paw on the door handle. She felt good, you know, Dylan suddenly said. My paw stopped dead on the handle. Real nice and soft, especially in the chest region. I rolled around, my claws fully extended, teeth bared. He laughed. Aw, Nikki, you can look as scary as you want, but you both know you ain't gonna do nothing. You're just the same as you were as a kid. That's why that little bun of yours ain't gonna last long. You ain't gonna be able to protect from animals like me. That was it. The last straw. All the anger that had been building up inside me for the past months finally boiled over. The thought of anyone else's grimy paws on the tree like that, especially Jalen's, unleashed a rage I didn't know I had. I pulled out the key ring I had swiped from Buckle's desk and locked the door. Buckle's face appeared in a small window in the door, and I could hear his faint yelling, telling me to calm down, to control myself. I ignored him. I turned to face Dylan, my claws at full mast, knurling in a savage, feral manner. Dylan simply laughed. Come on now, Nikki, you're a cop now. Do you really expect me to believe this show? I tucked my patch on my chest, throwing it to the side. I lunged at him, and his smug laugh and smile quickly dissipated. What happened next? I wasn't really sure. I felt my claw ripping through flesh and cloth. My teeth snapped whatever was in front of me. I felt my jaws get a good hold of what seemed like a wrist. I fit down, the taste of blood filling my mouth, followed by the crackling of bone. Dylan's pain yells filled the air, and I felt his other arm beating the top of my head. It had no effect on me, as I shook my mouth around, trying to draw out the pain as long as I could. He just sucked the pain. In fact, he probably sucked more than I was giving him after what he did. Suddenly, I felt my body being thrown back. My arm was caught in someone else's. I strained, trying to get back to the bloody Dylan slumped up against the wall. Nick, calm down, I heard a gruff voice say. The same one who was holding me back. I saw something over my face, and a sharp pain in the back of my neck. My body went limp almost immediately, as if my energy was being drained. Just before I lost consciousness, I realized what I had opened my mouth. A muzzle. The last images I saw were not Dylan's body, but were kids' faces staring down at me, laughing, as a muzzle was slipped over my face. Judy Puff. I paced around my office, unsure of what to do. Twisting a finger in the chain of the necklace that hung around my neck, I thought about what might be happening between Dylan and Nick right now. That's it, I decided. I need to know. There was no way I was going to let Nick go through this alone. He needed me to be there, however painful it might be for me. Building up courage and confidence, I exited my office. I started moving towards the hall where interrogations were held, my least favorite section of the station. It always gave me the creeps, and today was no different. I padded down the hall, searching for the correct room. When I walked further, I started hearing some faint yelling. What could be going on? Nervous, I quickened my pace. I approached the door where the yelling was coming from. I poked my head inside, trying to discover the cause of the commotion. There were multiple officers pushing against the door, which I assumed led to the interrogation room. Bogo glanced over at me, and his eyes widened. Get her out of here! She doesn't need to see this! See what? That's when I noticed a one-way mirror on the left side of the room. I ran out to the mirror, peering in. What I saw made me sick to my stomach. Blood was splattered over the floor, and at first I couldn't tell whose it was. But as I raised my eyes, there was no doubt in my mind that it was Dylan's. Nick was on top of him, viciously slicing his chest with his one good paw while his blood-drenched muscle held Dylan's forearm. I felt someone advance towards me, grab my arms. Let go of me! I cried. I didn't want anyone to touch me right now. I wanted to turn away from the mirror, but my eyes were glued, still not fully believing what they were seeing. Nick! I woke desperately, pounding my face against glass. Nick, please stop! If he could hear me, he gave no indication. A sharp crack to my right caught my attention. They had finally been able to break into the room. I watched as Bogo and a polar bear I didn't know started advancing cautiously towards Nick. Moving quickly, Bogo jumped on Nick, sedating him with a tranquilizer gun. In horror, I watched as the polar bear placed a muzzle on Nick's mouth. You take that off of him! Tears sprang to my eyes. Did you hear me? I said take it off of him! I was now sobbing. I felt large paws grab my stomach, lifting me off the ground. Let go of me! I fled my arms and legs, struggling to get out of the strong end of his grasp. I felt myself being carried out the room. I looked back, seeing Nick's limp body being dragged out, the muzzle still around his mouth. Take that damn thing off of him! Take it off! I couldn't bear to see Nick like this. It only brought up the memory of that horrible story he told me when we first met. That was the first time I really felt sorry for him. I imagined he was thinking about the same thing before he passed out. I was carried one way down the hall. Nick was dragged the other way. No! Take me with him! Let me be with him! I tried with all my might to escape to Nick, but I was firmly held in place. Next thing I knew, I was dropped in the room next door. I spun around to face the officer that put me in here. It was Officer Wright, and the same officer that had caught Nick in our police car the night we were forced to break up as partners. I'm really sorry about this, Judy. He gave me a sympathetic look. He shut the door, leaving me alone once more. I slumped down on the floor, not sure how to react to what I just saw. Sure, Dylan was a criminal, and Nick had a personal connection to him, but the way he was going at him, it didn't seem like Nick. It was honestly terrifying, seeing him like that. The only time I had seen anything remotely close to him was when he was just pretending for bellwether. The door creaked open a few hours later, and Bogo entered the room, softly closing the door behind him. He huffed, crossing his hooves uncontrollably. Let me see him. I can't do that, Judy. Why not? We don't know what he's going to be like when he wakes up. If he's still like he was, and you're in the room, well, we don't want to risk it. Chief, you know him. He's not like that. I know, Judy. But after what just happened, it's better to be safe than sorry. Did he attack him unprovoked? Bogo looked away for a brief second, obviously uncomfortable. Not exactly. It was a mistake to stay wild in there, given what Dylan had done in the past they had. Can you tell me why you attacked him? It'd probably be better if I told you. Sir, please, at least let me be there when he wakes up. He gave an exasperated sigh. Fine. We haven't set up another interrogation room. You can sit on the other side of the mirror. Thanks, Chief. Don't mention Hops. I followed Bogo down the hallway as he led me to Nick. Chief? Yes, Hops? What's going to happen to Nick? He gave me another deep sigh. I honestly don't know, Judy. The way you attacked him, that was out of line. I nodded my head in agreement. As much as I hated Dylan, Nick had gone too far. Although, I still didn't know what had provoked him, and based on Bogo's hesitation to tell me, he had a good reason. I always had my Johnson for later. What about Dylan? They took him to Sahara Hospital. He should be able to pull through. I felt mixed emotions, unsure of if Dylan surviving would have ultimately be a good thing. No, death was not the answer. He deserved to rot in jail. He's in there. He gets towards the door to my left. Officer Wright is in there, just as a precaution. I should warn you, it may be a while before he wakes up. That tranquilizer was very powerful. I nodded and entered the room. This again, Chief. He nodded at me, and the door closed. Nick coughed. Oh, my neck. I reached my paw to rub the soreness out of my neck, but found I was unable to. I shook my paw, eyes still closed. There was something restraining it. A cold metal ring was wrapped tightly around my waist. Or wrist. I stared my eyes open, suddenly extremely aware of my surroundings. I was slung on a cold metal table, in what seemed like one of the interrogation rooms. I had a muzzle on my mouth, and my right paw was paw cupped to the leg of the table. My My breath started becoming more rapid. My body tensed up. No, this couldn't be happening. Judy wouldn't let this happen. Yet there I was, feeling as helpless as a kid. I tried to calm down, but I couldn't. The only thing I could think about was that day I thought I would become a junior ranger. I looked over at the glass, seeing my reflection. I played with my eyes, hoping there was someone there to help me. I sat up, trying to get the muzzle close enough to my paw so I could remove it. I felt panic start spreading through my body. My breathing becoming more ragged and desperate. My chest was beginning to tighten, and I could feel myself growing more lightheaded. My claw began scratching at the leather strap of the muzzle, but that was as much damage as I could do. I sat up straight, looking around frantically to see if there was anything I could use to get this damn thing off of me. The room was barren. Now I was really starting to freak out. I ratthed the paw claws furiously, trying to slip my paw at the metal confines. Suddenly, the door swung open. Nick! Thank God, it was Judy. I tried to call her name, but I was unable to. Oh, Nikki, let's get that off of you. She walked up to the table, standing on the chair to reach my face. I felt her delicate paws resting with the bulk on the muzzle. Almost got it. I felt the muzzle release its tight grip on my head, relief flowing through my bones. As she took it off, I realized my blood was still covered in dry blood, along with my right arm, which was caked with blood up to my elbow. Thank you, I gasped. The paw cuffs? I don't have the keys. I do have this. She pulled a bobby pin out of her pocket, pointing up for me to see with a faint smile dancing across her lips. Where would I be without you, Fluff? She fuzzed with the paw cuffs for just a few seconds before they popped open, freeing my wrist. I rode it, happy that I was finally free. I took deep breaths and tried to calm myself down now that Judy was here. Nick, can you tell me what happened? I gulped. You saw me? I couldn't even finish the sentence. She nodded. What did Judy think about me now that she saw what I had done? I saw what happened, but I still don't know why it happened. I could tell this was her way of giving me an opening to explain myself. I was talking to him. I had gotten him to confess to, I was just about to walk out the door when just thinking about what Dylan had said made my stomach turn. She looked at me, her paw twitching, as if she wanted to reach out and touch me, but it almost seemed like she was too scared to. My stomach turned again. What had I done? Go on, Nick. He told me I couldn't protect you. That something like this was going to happen to you again, because of me. I hung my head, tears dropping onto my legs. Judy called. He looked down, and I could tell he was already crying. I wanted to reach out and hold him, embrace him, kiss him, but something inside me hesitated. I had just seen what Nick was physically capable of doing, and it was, if that had been my parents, one of my siblings, or me. I tried to shake the nagging thought from my head. Nick, he isn't like that, I scolded myself mentally. Still, the thought lingered in the back of my head. I stuck out a paw, grabbing his knee, squeezing it. Nick, I know that's something that scared you, but you're not going to be able to protect me from everything. And I can't protect you from everything. That day you were kidnapped from the hospital. I felt helpless. There was nothing I could have done to stop that from happening. The same goes for what happened with Dylan. I don't expect you to protect me from everything, Nikki. You don't have to put that pressure on yourself. He sniffed, looking up at me, smiling softly. Thanks, Carrots. He looked down his arm. Guess I should get cleaned up, huh? Yeah. You're a little dirty. He gave me a suggestive smirk. In more ways than one. He looked at me. Don't make me tranquilize you. Nick called. I stood in the shower at the CBD, letting the water flow through my fur. My paw pressed against the smooth, cool tile. I watched as the water turned red after it left my body, circling down the drain. I thought about the way Judy reacted when I first awoke, how she sat further away from me than usual, how she seemed hesitant to adjust my knee. Was it just because of the blood on my fur? Or was it something more? Was she afraid of me? It would make sense. In fact, I couldn't even blame her if she was afraid of me. After seeing me attack Dan like that, me, her natural predator, just going to still fear and anger rabbit. I pressed my forehead against the tile. How stupid could I be? Not only had I made Judy afraid of me, but I was more than likely to go on to lose my job. There was no way Boca could keep me in the force after what I had done. Could I go back to conning? No, there was no way anyone in the cunning world would trust me now. They wouldn't think I was undercover. Sure, I had Finnick, but I would need more connections than that. And it's not like a lot of places are really open to hiring a fox. Especially not one with a criminal record. I wish I could stay in that shower forever, not having to go out and face my fate. I reluctantly shot off the water and stood there for a moment, sopping wet. I stepped out of the shower and shook my body to dry it. As I wrapped a white towel around my waist, I picked up my phone and noticed a text. Office now. It was from Bogo. I huffed, setting my phone down. I tried off as quickly as I could. I slipped into the extra clothes I kept stashed in my locker in case of emergencies. A red t-shirt and black sweatpants. I stalked towards Bogo's office, in no rush to arrive. I looked around, taking everything around me in. After all, this was probably my last time walking these halls as a member of the CBD. Suddenly, I stopped in front of Bogo's office, creaking open the door. Bogo was sitting behind his desk, his hoof supporting his head. He looked extremely frustrated, and I didn't blame him. He noticed there were chairs in front of his desk. One was empty, but just over the back of the other noticed two black furry tips were sticking up. I took the empty chair and glanced over at Judy. She seemed uncomfortable, and I couldn't help but notice the way she scooted slightly away from me. You've certainly caused a stir, Mr. Wilde. I nodded, found my ears back in guilt and shame. Sorry, Chief. Sorry doesn't change the fact that Dylan's in the hospital right now. He leaned back in his chair, crossing his arms. You do realize that you broke about 5 protocols, yes? Yes, sir. And that it would be nearly impossible to keep you on as an officer. Yes, sir. You're suspended indefinitely. No pay. This is out of my hands, Wild. The board will decide what to do with you. My heart sunk. What had I done? Something incredibly stupid, that was for sure. Something that I may not be able to fix. There was no way the board would let me stay an officer, especially since I was a fox. I looked over at Judy. She was tapping her feet nervously, clutching the necklace I had given her. She avoided my gaze, obviously still uncomfortable around me. I really messed up. I might not be able to fix my situation with my job, but I could try and fix it with Judy. I wanted to tell her that she didn't have to be afraid of me. I couldn't though, not in front of Chief Bogo. No words were enough to fix this. I needed to show her.